Hi guys, currency games here again. This time we're looking at EURGBP. So let's start from the top, the monthly time frame. As you can see, last month we had this massive spike up. We took out one high here. Didn't really go above these highs here as such, but we did take out this monthly high right here and filled in these gaps that was left in the market. In regards to the monthly time frame, we've got to be wary of this order block. As you can see, the candles has passed through it, so it's now created an order block. I'm not going to mark it out just because I don't want my chart to be messy, but as you can see, we have a PD array here and we have a PD array within this monthly PD array. So we have this weekly FEG within this monthly PD array. So we could react off it there on the top of the candlestick, but I'm just not going to mark it out. It's in my head, I know it's there, but I'm just not going to mark it out because it's going to make my chart too messy. What we also need to be wary of is we have a volume imbalance right here. If you notice, there's a gap between these two candles here, and price has kind of respected it in a sense, as in we've not closed below it as such. But it's just something to keep mind of. I'm not really paying much attention at the moment because I do think price could travel lower anyway into this fair value gap, but I am aware of this here as well. So yeah, we have this weekly fair value gap here, and if you noticed, when we pushed up and made this fat monthly candle here, we had all of this area in price where we left almost an imbalance. So we pushed up, took out this monthly high, and now it's almost like we were tracing down back into discount. And this fair value gap and discount is where I would be looking for weekly retracement to take place and possibly continue higher up, possibly. So the next weekly candle, we could expect it to be bearish, which is pretty much what you want to do on a Sunday. Is you want to be able to predict the weekly candle, because once you can predict the weekly candle, you're knowing how much is going to be going on one side of the market, so it makes life so much easier. Because if you know that the next weekly candle is going to be bearish, for example, is going downwards, then you know it's the probabilities of buys in that weekly candle are going to be very low, but the probabilities of sells in that weekly candle are going to be much higher. And when you have a fair value gap or a PD array in discount and prices in premium, you can have a good chance of predicting where the weekly candle is going to go. And if we go down to the daily again, you can see how when price again took out this monthly high at 9200, which you can see here, we did come down and we broke a significant daily low. See, we took that low out, closed below it. We then came up again and we traded into this small gap right here. As you can see, we traded into it and fell off, and again broke market structure again. This is giving me a lot of confidence to my weekly bias, which is this fair value gap right here, because we came up, respected this fair value gap, broke lower, broke market structure, and we're again coming back up one more time. Now this is where things will get a bit techie or a bit technical now, because on the daily time frame we do have this fat order block, and you can see how the order block is where hit the fair value gap, and it's where we broke structure here as well. So and we go down to the 12 hour as well, we have a fair value gap within that daily order block, which is this. Now, the reason why I haven't drawn it from the wick here is because if you go to the 4 hour as well, that's this fat candle here. So yeah, a bit more accurate. Yeah, that's that fat candle right there as well. So again, similar to EU, I'm looking for push up to go downwards again to meet our weekly objective here, which would be at, I'd say we can have a solid objective of 85660, yeah, for the week. I'm not saying we're going to get there this week, but I'm saying on a weekly standpoint, we could be seeing a weekly candle this month and next month reach down here. Daily wise, we're probably gonna possibly see this low get taken out here as well this week. So just gotta wait and see what we have. So yeah, another thing as well we need to be careful of is this week I can already see how I could possibly go wrong. If you noticed, I have a few levels here marked out. I have this level here, this level, and this fair value gap as well, which is the 12-hour fair value gap. Now, I can already see myself getting hints of FOMO, so that's fear of missing out, because I can see that the H4 low order blocks here could also get respected to go lower, but we could also trade up higher into this fair value gap. So with EG, I will need a strong bearish like imbalance to take place. For example, I'll need the price to go straight up here, and I want to see a massive downward move where, you know, it's like, as ICT says, it's like when an elephant jumps in water. You want to see massive displacement going downwards, because I can already see myself getting in too early, because I have a few areas where I think price could possibly reverse to go lower. So just something I need to be wary of, and it's something that, you know, you should be able to see where you're going wrong before you can go wrong. That way you can kind of I'm not saying you can always stop mistakes from happening, but you can kind of manage them in a way. It's almost like risk management, but for your own psychology. So yeah, like I'm just waiting for price to reach this premium, when this premium level's here, and then continue downwards. On the other side, I don't see how we could go bullish at the moment. I mean, we do have all the block here as well that we've come down to, but I would never take longs from that, because we're just too bearish at the moment, in my opinion. So I'd mainly just be looking for a move up into this level here, one of these levels possibly, and then just a drop down. Maybe not to that fair value gap this week, but at least to attack these H4 lows there as well. But again, everything could change on a Monday when we start trading, and we have to just be what's the word, on our toes and change our bias if we need to change our bias. You know what I mean? But at the moment, I am bearish on EURGBP. So we just got, when we get into these levels. In fact, from when we get into, as I said, from when we get into these levels, it's just a waiting game and seeing the price action that we get here, making sure the price action is clear and concise for us to go bearish. Because if we come up here and we're getting fat full bullish candles, you know, the bearish bias might be incorrect, and IPTO might want to do something completely different. So just a thing we've got to be wary of. And as I said before, we also have this weekly gap to also keep in mind. So, you know, the price action here has to be clean for us to go bearish. But yeah, guys, that's EURGBP. So just to be clear, I am waiting for a move up to go down, but just gotta wait and see what happens.